Hi everyone, you're watching John FX, and in this video I'm going to make technical analysis for the coming week as usual. So let's start with what happened this week and what I will be looking for the next week. We'll start with euro dollar, and you can see this is 1 hour chart. This is what we have this week, and let's go and have a look at the previous week. So we had when the week finished, remember I was telling you that I will be waiting for any consolidation around the level, and it was a perfect triangle. So look at this. Monday created a great pattern, and I could use it to go for a trade, and I got all of this movement. Well, not of course all, because I usually place trailing stops, and I was got out on this little way down, so I got quite a nice profitable trade in this. So remember my strategy of trading triangles. So we have 1, 2, 3 tops and 1, 2, 3 bottoms. So that was absolutely perfect triangle strategy to trade. So I had these levels. I'm going to remove them. So I had those levels just to show you how I'm using the patterns. If you don't know, again, you can have a look at the video I had previously how to trade triangles. Okay, so after that, the rest of the week I didn't touch euro dollar. There were some trades with the other pairs, which I will tell you in this video, and I just didn't like any other ways of the pair prepared. You see here, for example, this was very important level. That's what I was saying. It got to this point now, and unfortunately didn't create anything for me here. Was nothing good, so that's why I decided not to do anything, and then I come back here and turned around, and we had some news on Friday. I also didn't really like much how euro prepared for the news, so that's why I left it without going for any other trade. So what I would be looking for example, for this coming week, of course, I'm leaving all the same levels, and this very important levels, you can see the pair is still kind of like in uptrend channel. We have those blue lines, you can see, and I would be just waiting again for any consolidation around that area, so around this level. And again, at this point, it's back to my normal trading, would be placing buy and sell orders. So for example, if this is for our chart a little bit too much, so it's just a better picture I'm showing you in a bigger chart, but of course we're going in a smaller charts, like I'm usually like going for 15-30 minutes chart. So here you see open of the market again Monday. If it will go very nice and smooth, then for example my expectation would be, depends how wide the channel could be, so we have about 70 and even 80 pips movement until the next level, where we usually would expect another consolidation, slow down. Of course, it can break a little bit, maybe come back, and depends, as I'm saying, the way you trade. So I usually place trailing stops. So, but for example, target could be around this area, and then if it's like we create something, any consolidation, then again placing the orders buy and sell, because it all can go around, because you can see it's been sitting and moving ups and downs for a while. And of course, if we go up, then I would pay attention. I'm going to move weekly chart because we have better view. You see here we have wings, right? One little wing and then we have another little wing. So I would pay attention on it because it's very important level. Will it break it or not? That's the question, right? So for example, if it will go up, then I would see and be careful about it. You see here it could be about 140 movements, for example, then it could turn around just like it did previously. Also, we have another wing which is about 200 and something pips, which also possibility then that uptrend movement could be stopped by one of those tops. So that's what I would be looking for example, if I would go into a trade. So, and who knows, is it going to be a moment for turn around and go down, or it could possibly be finally breaking and starting continue the uptrend and breaking that important level. So it's I'm saying with my ways of trading, it doesn't really matter as long as you're going to move any way is enough, then it's all possibility to make profit. So again, back to this level. So that's what I would be looking for, concentration around this level. So, for example, let's say if on Monday, Monday for someone of you, market opens, if it will have a jump, if it will not create anything, then I would be waiting again, just like I was waiting for this week, to either come back to this level and create something here, and then I would be looking for placing orders, or for continued jumping, maybe going up and then creating something around this area. Right now, you see it's like empty. I'm not placing the levels which I just showed you in a bigger chart, but you can imagine it's just around this area somewhere. So, but I would think possibly because it's a very important level, I would probably consider it will create something around here. It didn't create before here, you see when it started to try to break it, but I would presume it might create something around here before. Maybe it will drop and create here first before it will try to break that level. So that's what would be my thought for euro dollar for this coming week. Okay, going to pound dollar. And let's go our chart. Let's have a look at the 4-hour chart. You can see it's going the direction daily one. It's in uptrend channel, and it's very close to those levels. So you can see those ones. That blue other level is the downtrend, the bigger weekly one. You can see it's in actually downtrend, and at the same time it's an uptrend. So it's getting a little bit closer to that cross. So now going to a smaller chart, a bit better view, and that's what happened. Here we had that previous week, right? And Monday, it didn't create anything for me to go for any trade. So I didn't go for any trades until Friday, because that's what I was waiting for. You see, around the level. So it's very close to level. It's created, well, kind of like, it's not really triangle, but maybe like, which you call, there's another one. Another word for it, but I'm forgetting always, like, okay, very narrow, like, okay, very narrow, little triangle, so let's say, I'm forgetting it, other word, a little other pattern. So, and, you can see here it was too far from that level, not very close to it, but really far from the bottom level. That's why I didn't go for anything, didn't like anything, and then it's created that little, beautiful area. So I placed my trades again, buy and sell. And I got in this trade, which I was also go out by the way, on the way down a little bit, so like the trading stop. So I was hoping that possibly it will reach that area, but it didn't. So I will be looking for this week, and possibly continue, because I was showing you in the bigger chart, so you could see, possibly continue to this area, and of course again creating some type of consolidation around this area. Which of course it could possibly stay around here. If it will be creating something around here, I wouldn't go for it, because again, it's too close, would be a little bit too close to those levels, which could be, as I'm saying, for me, the danger that it could go a little bit and wouldn't have enough strength. Again, of course, don't forget about the news. Like this week we had mostly like American news expected. Next week it will be more European news. It will be for euro, for pound, from the Australian dollar, Canadian. So that's why I'm, again, need to see how the market would prepare for those coming news. And just technically looking, I would be waiting for it to come to around those areas, those levels. So we'll be going in a smaller chart and just waiting for it to come a little bit closer, just to be sure, because those levels are quite important. Well, of course, if it will unexpectedly, if it will not go and wouldn't create anything, I would be waiting for possibility to come back around this level again and creating something around this area, just like it did here. I'm going to remove that level, so let's see just a little bit more. So, well, it depends again. For example, had like a little double top here, so possibly maybe it will do any like double top without getting maybe like exactly to those levels. So maybe again, maybe it will create like maybe a triangle or something around this area. So at this moment you can see it's nothing. It just, yes, it had jump, got up, and it just stopped here before the market closed. So just didn't reach those levels. So possibly it will be maybe slowing down. So Well, just as usual, waiting for consolidation, so there is nothing else at this moment. Just leaving the same level, so that's just the point is nothing's changed, all the levels are the same. Okay, going to Australian dollar, which is also a profit trade for Australian dollar, is exactly just as I told you in my previous video. I had this consolidation in that channel and I had my buy and sell orders from just above, a little bit above this top and just a little below that bottom. I placed exactly the same orders next week, so for that previous week. So I had exactly the same, and you can see how beautiful I did actually got into the trade, and it even broke the level. Remember, that's the level because we had a triangle on the bigger chart, but sometimes triangles turn into the channels, and this is what it's kind of looking right now with Australian dollar. So we have here, it broke it a little bit, and of course we have a little win here, and we actually had previously a little bit higher, so it possibly could continue a bit. Maybe it will be slowing down, but it's broke right now that level, and I will be now what I will be looking for is of course for consolidations, right? So we'll be looking for any consolidations, and possibly I would be looking for more bit getting closer because you see it's only like 20, 25, 26 pips from that level. So to be honest, if it will just sit around here and create something around here, then I would probably wouldn't also go for the trade. I would wait for it to come back to that level and create something reasonable around this level. Alright, and if it will go up higher, so let's just see again what the wings we do have here to pay attention on is it's right now around this little wing. You can see it's already around here. We have also little wings in here too. So I would be looking possibly maybe like something around this area, maybe a little bit of consolidation before it could possibly either again go up. Right, next we have about 300 pips to next, for example, high, or it might go down finally because it had quite well run up, so it could possibly start to turn around also. So possibility could be. So then I will be looking for, yeah, you see it's about 200, so it could possibly again about kind of like in the middle again 300 and down 300. Of course, not talking about exactly the same week. Could be possibly. Depends again. I think yes, it will be some important news for Australian dollar, so which, as I'm saying, could move market to any direction. So at this moment, my strategy is placing the orders both directions. So as for triangle now, I would probably go and remove this level, which is also possible. It could be a possibility, of course, for false break and returning, but I think I'm going to remove that level now. It's a bit more clear as it's more looking. Well, if it will go turn around, so if it will go up, I'm not going to draw those levels. So just bear in mind them because it's going to be a little bit too messy. Just need to bear in mind that it's already right at one of the tops and waiting for if it might continue go to next tops. So just like show you a little bit better. Here, let's see here. So it could be possibly maybe a little bit of just like here slowing down around this area. Maybe it will consolidate around here, so possibly then it's continuing way up or way down. So I'm leaving all those levels the same, which could be useful if it, for example, would turn around and could possibly come back again to the same channel as it was before a few times. You see, these levels I have from a very far away from weeks, so it could possibly come back again. It could be again used for placing orders both directions again. So right now, just waiting. What is it going to do here? I'm saying for me it would be better if it just go back to this level and create around something around this level. Maybe it will consolidate in quite wide channel, which is about 20-30 pips. So it's quite possible, right? So it could consolidate, which would be probably the better because you see this was really nice previously, and if it's something like that too, it would be a bit better for placing orders, buy and sell orders from this bottom level a little bit below and a little bit higher from that if it would do so. Of course, with the opening of the market, it could just continue slowly up, maybe slowly down. So it depends, but I will be waiting for consolidation just as usual. Okay, that's the view for Australia. dollar yen. Dollar yen I didn't really touch at all because I kind of didn't like how it's prepared. I had this level which actually could have been used if you were using. You see, we had some consolidations like around here in this area, a little bit of well, it was a drop and then it's a little bit correction around this area, so it could have been used for placing the sell orders, saying could have been up, buy and sell orders, but better of course is the sell orders because we had the uptrend and then it started to go down. But I didn't like it at all because I was using the other trade pairs to trade, so I didn't touch dollar yen at all. So you can see because I do really like more a little bit more clarity. It wasn't very clear. It tried to have another attempt to see it's around here, around that area. So got here, been here so many times. And again, it didn't have enough strength to continue way up. So it started to turn around, but stopped by this level at this moment. So you can see in this picture, you find a little bit of visibility of shoulder, head, and shoulder. So it could be sign for it to actually continue the way down this next level, or to go down to these levels. I will continue them because it didn't go way too far from that. You can see from here. So it could possibly continue, right? So if it's going to work as a pattern. So I don't need that level anymore because we didn't use it. So now it's more looking at that area, and of course important levels you see was stopped previously, so it kind of broke it a little bit and then come back again. Then I would be looking for any consolidation for a little bit more clarity, let's say consolidation around this area. And I would be also looking for placing orders both direction, except of course more would be towards the downtrend, right? So we create so it would looks more like it should continue the way down. Because you know that I'm saying, remember about this also bottom, so I would wait for consolidation around this area. So a little bit bottom like this, about 20, maybe like that, a little bit quite wide, not the usual my channel, right? Not the very narrow one, so it could possibly be quite wide channel. And then of course the possibility of going to the next level is about 70 pips, which is enough for to get some profit. And if it's not going to be a pattern, so of course placing again, if it's going to be a nice consolidation, and placing all these both directions. Yeah, before, because that's how it works. It could go in directions, and if you are trading some similar ways as I do, then that's what we will be looking for. Placing trades both directions. But at this moment, it's more looking like it's going down, right? So that. And of course, remember about the news. Okay, so dollar card. Dollar card also had really great trading opportunities this week, and this is where we were. Look, the market went down and was stopped by that level, and I told you we'll be waiting for a consolidation around this two levels. So it did quite really nice little correction, let's say, around, didn't break that level, so I could draw like a little bit of uptrend little channel, which is because it's in a downtrend, which will look like more of the corrections. You see, we usually have down, a bit of correction, down, a bit of correction, down, a little bit of correction, and down again. So Canadian was in really, really good downtrend, and it gave good opportunities to go for one trade, and also it's created a little bit of little correction, a little bit slowing down again. And right now I'm actually in an open trade, so I'm sell over there. So I was placing both directions also because it's been going down for a while. So I thought, yes, again, it's like 99% is going down, but there's still a percentage that it could turn around, right? So because it's in a downtrend, it could turn around at any moment, that they swing it, right? So, and right now I'm in open positions, which is of course if it will be opening the market will jump or wherever I will come out with, I have stop, so it will come out with profit anyway. So I decided just to leave it. So of course in the opening market I'm expecting it's either a little bit of slowing down, of course it could be a jump, and if something again like we'll do some of those little consolidations, I will be again placing orders, continue the downtrend, or of course a possibility it could turn around. So, and we have Canadian news. So of course we'll be waiting for the news. It's been going down for a while, so of course it can turn around at any point. So at this moment I'm in a sell order. So that's the bigger picture I'm showing you again. I told you about in the previous video that we had before. You see quite a lot of wings here, so that's what I'm saying. It could be turning around point at any moment, right? So it could maybe go a little bit further, just like it did previously. It's quite possible, so I could maybe carry my trade and by the trailing stop anyway, so I could come out any time. And let's say if it will go and will be slowing down again, so I will be looking around this area, right? Well, either here it could be already, or if it will go down around this area possibly, maybe just a little bit lower. So, and then I would be looking again for placing orders, both directions, buy and sell. So, let's see if I do really need that channel. Probably that downtrend channel. You see it come out from it, so I probably didn't remove it, so to just I can try to move something like that. Now I'm going to just remove it now, so it's obvious it's down at this point. I'm not removing any other levels. I'm saying, so as I'm saying, expecting to go a little bit down, just don't forget about the greens out there, and possibly if it will turn, that would be again, right? So support resistance level, which turns into support resistance over time, so we can move each other. And I'm going to remove those ones as we don't need them anymore. Get better picture. That's it. So that's all with dollar CAD. Now going to euro pound. Euro pound again I didn't touch this week, because I had lots of other trades. And then the bigger picture, so you can see that's what happened as we had a week. And I didn't really like much of the preparations again. When it went up, it did like slow down around this area, but you see how messy it is. That's what I'm saying. I'm looking at it didn't look like any pattern. It didn't look like channel, nothing. Just for me, it was absolutely nothing. I didn't want to risk it and go. But you see, I had that level, and it had 1-2 attempts, and the third was successful, so it jumped up. But I just didn't want to risk it. So when it went down, I had a little bit of slowing down here. Of course, in the smaller charts, you would see a bit better. Again, I didn't really like it. It wasn't straight enough for me. It wasn't, let's say the correction wasn't good enough for me. I mean, if, for example, it could be a little bit, you see, because of that wing and here it was looking more like a straight. If it would be straight, right, then I would go for the trade. But because it was straight then, and then it went up a little bit, I didn't like it. So if it would be, for example, going like this, I would prefer this would be not a wing, but would be a candle for me. Then I would go for trade. So otherwise, because of that wing, because it was straight, I didn't go. Just a little bit more spending time on explaining to you why some trades I'm going for, some trades I don't go for. So even though it was around quite important level, and again had a good, downtrend, could it go down, continue the way, or could it turn around, right? It could be. And again, around this area, it had also very good opportunity to go to next level, right? So it could, I didn't like it again because it was just a little bit not as good for me, let's say, not straight again, but it's more looking like a flag. You see, you have it's like a flag pattern. But for me, it was a little bit too messy again here. You see how wide it was here, again straight here, then wider. So I didn't feel comfortable to go with those trade. But it did work well. So if some of you were using those levels, so it was quite good possibility to have come out with some profit. And right now, again, you see it's slowed down around the level, which is you can see here. And again, so if I would look for trades for euro pound, I would look for consolidation around this level, because we had a little bit mess underneath it, you see previously. So as I would look in that area. So if we create something reasonable, then I would be placing both directions orders again. See, we again have about 50 pips, and of course, I'm going down. It could be, remember about the danger of that bottom, right? So it could be going down, and let's see, well, you see it's about 28 pips, so it could possibly continue the way. It could possibly just be stopped by this again. So that's what I'm saying. It was kind of a little bit messy with euro pound for me. not much what I would like. Maybe wait for complete break of this bottom and then go for trades. If, for example, we go down, we consolidate and we trade finally that area, then we'd go possibly for trade and see it going down right to the next level. So maybe possibly, but if there are any opportunities with their pairs, with the other pairs, maybe it would be better to look at the other pairs. But I mean, it's also quite around this area consolidation. So it could, again, well, depends how the euro. Remember, for euro, it's at a very important area right now. So that's why, of course, if euro will not break that level, right, that important level where it's been trying to be sitting next to it for quite a while, then it could be, of course, a quite good run for euro down, quite a good run for euro pound down. So, just as you know, of course, it could be anything. At the same time, if euro will break it, right, so if it will break it, then of course it could continue here the uptrend. So could consolidate maybe a little bit more. Again, depends, because here we have also pound to look at and read the news for pound. Then of course pound is also getting very close to those important levels, and also could be breaking it up or breaking it down. So that's why it could be pretty messy around here again. So it could sit around here. So just find a little bit warning. Be attentive to go for euro pound. I mean, at this moment, I'm not sure, because dollar, euro dollar and pound dollar are not certain what is going to happen with them, because they're so close to such important levels. Okay, so this is the thoughts for euro pound. Now going to gold. Gold. I had last week losing trade, and I've been in open trade here. So you see, I was maybe lucky, I don't know, but it did actually continue the way down just as I expected. And I could come out finally in my other trade. So I had the downtrend, this sell order, and I was in a sell open trade, so I could get out here with profit. So I get out because of that level. You see, that's how the levels helped me. So I got out here, and of course I got out by trading stop, of course, obviously when it went down, turned around. I was break even around this area, and it only made me just a little bit, so kind of a little bit. I didn't, with this trade, I didn't cover the loss from the previous trade. I had the buy order here, was bought by these little tops. Remember, I was saying to you, I placed the buy order from that level just above, but with probably wider spread with gold, as I'm not very familiar with trading gold much. It must have been quite widespread, so it got me into the trade I didn't want to be in, here I come out just with just a little bit of profit, because of this, well, it's turned around, it's trading stop again, so, I was hoping maybe it will continue to that level, but it didn't, so it would have been a really nice trade. But it did, have a correction, just as I was saying, I was expecting it, okay, going down and then come back to that level, because in the bigger picture you can see we have a downtrend channel, and it of course moving down and corrections, moving down, correction, down, giving correction down, had a little correction here, and now correction here, but looks like it's, at this moment it's broken. I also got into this trade, because it was news event, and I was saying that gold has a very good movements on news events. So watching gold for a while, so possibly maybe going for more news events trades with gold, American news. So it had a really good jump, and I also got into profit. So I covered the losses from the previous week, and I ended up with a profit. So that was a good thing. Now I'm out. And around this area again, so I will be looking for again a consolidation. So that's all. What could happen again? So you see, this is the important level. I mean, it's in the downtrend, and it has reached that area. So of course, the first thought would be it should reach this, and then maybe consolidating and continue the way down. So that's why I'm not going to remove those levels. I'm going to leave it, and so it's possibly will continue down, but at the same time, of course, anything is possible. It could be maybe a false break of that level. So it could be false break, and maybe it will be trying to come back, right? Come back, jump inside, and continue again way up. So you see, it could be possibility but I will be looking for placing the trades both directions, right? So if it's already started a nice little consolidation here, but as I'm saying for gold, it's better for watching not one day, maybe a couple of days. So Monday, as I'm seeing, will be opening. It started already on Friday. Little consolidation now. So it's very narrow for gold. It could be a little bit too narrow. So on Monday, I would see if it will have a good, nice consolidation around this level, maybe a little bit higher, maybe right to this little top. So it could be a little bit higher or just around it. I will be looking for orders both directions again. So first thing would, of course, maybe you had enough of correction, but at the same time it would be turning around at any point. You see, we still have about 70, depends how it will go, about 70, a little bit lower, 80 pips. And going back up, of course, to the next level, for example, would be, well, let's take from the top, it would be about 200 pips, which possibly wouldn't do in one go, of course, in 1 week. Well, except, as I'm saying, with gold, it could make huge movement. So just the same thing, waiting for consolidation. Of course, it could, at the same time, it could come back, and maybe it is just a little bit of more up. I will just continue this a little bit just to see if it will go down, will it reach that level, will it go back inside the channel, the down function. So this would be my thoughts for the gold. Okay, just waiting for consolidation and to see if I will do this. It's kind of closing all the levels, kind of roughly closing around this area. So it could be something important around this area. So it could possibly be stopped here and consolidate around here again. So we just do like this. If it will be consolidation, of course, as I'm saying, it could be maybe it's very slow. We go open the market very slow. It might go to this level. Maybe it will go a little bit higher. But if it will go down slowly straight away, then I will be waiting for any consolidation around these areas, right? Around those levels. Anything around this area. So of course, if it will go up, then I don't have much to look at on the way up. It's wherever in the middle it might go and slow down by, okay, we have here some bottom, so it could maybe go to next this area somewhere. Quite possibly maybe slowly going and slow down around this area, creating any consolidations again, or maybe patterns or anything. So just anything. So that's for gold, and now we're going for pound yen. This is what we had. To go on our chart, we go to the new. Pound yen had a very nice break right here. That was the level. This would be your trade. So if you're trading, that would be your trade, which is really nice. You see Monday, it just was sitting next to it. It didn't reach the top level, but it was very close to the bottom level. And then again, on Tuesday, you see it reached the level we have on the bigger chart. It looks like triangle now a little bit, right? So I will go in a minute, and then you see how nicely it broke. So, for example, if I would be trading it, of course, I wouldn't get it right from the top. I would go for breaking that important level. So, because it was really nicely Monday and Tuesday, and breaking it and then continue. Didn't reach the level, of course. With trading stop will probably come out around this area on the way up. So that's it. For example, then I wouldn't go for anything else. Right now, it's just like that. Coming back to the same level, you can see. So let's go on the weekly one. You can see that's what I had that level come from. You see how useful that level was. This is what I'm saying, how useful it is. We had one top, second top, and because of this top, I drew that level. See, and that's how it helped in here to go for the trade. So, for example, it would have been buy order from that level, possibility of breaking, and sell order from that level, just as I told you that. You see, nice. So, what about this movement? Of course, possibly it could be stopped again by this level. If it is a triangle, let's say, you can see a little bit of so two. It's supposed to look, you see, you have a little bit of looking like triangle. You have one top, and you have already one bottom, second and third, and you have 1, 2, and this third top, right? So of course, because already 3 bottoms we have here, so this possibility, of course, could be breaking, right, and continue up. But at the same time, if it creates the third top, then it's a good chance of turning around, and if it is triangle, then the way to get to that level. So that's how I look at pound yen. So right now, of course, what coming to this level and creating consolidation around here. So I wouldn't look for. I'm going to remove that level, and I wouldn't draw it here because it's a little bit not very nice. You can see if you see it, look at that. It's not. It's going like this. It's a bit too wide in here. So that's why I would probably better look for any consolidation and possibility of going at least to that level. So that's how I would look at it. I would look at it. And if we would see in 4-hour chart, I think it looks like a double. It could possibly even look like a double top. Right? So double top also. Because I don't know that. So if it also would look like a double top, saying consolidation and possibility going all the way down to this level. So I'm just talking about going a little bit further. Of course, remember about the news for pound, news for yen. So at this moment, yes, it looks very nice and attractive and showing like 2 points. One, it looks like a triangle, the third top, and of course in the second it looks like a double top, right? Second top possibility. Then it could be nice sell from here, then get here consolidation maybe, correction and another sell, and continue to that level. But as I'm saying, at the same time, of course, it can break and could be breaking point because if it is a triangle, we already have 3 bottoms, so it could possibly even break and continue the way up. It's all going to depend on how good or bad news are going to be for pound and yen, of course. But technically, this is what it shows. Technically, it shows on the way down. But what I'm saying, waiting for whatever news are going to happen, whatever. So of course it can come inside and consolidate around this area. It could possibly be that before it will try to continue the way. But this is what it looks like right now, and this is how I'm going to leave it. So that's all, guys, for now. I think I'm going I have still open trade with the dollar card. I kind of thinking that was really good trading week for me, and I'm thinking to finish my trading season, let's say, this year. Because it's July and it's getting really hard to watch the trades because I do really like to watch it. I think I'm going to just leave my automated account with EEA, which I will be showing you at the end of July. I'll show you what the result will be there, but my manual account, I'm going to finish the trades with dollar card. I think I'm going to close the dollar card next week, and that's it. I'm going to finish trading. But of course, I will be making the videos, technical analysis. I'm just not going to show you any more results of my trades monthly. Just as I said, I made the video previously. You saw what the result was, and I'm just going to be resting, let's say. Just leave it up to EA trading, see how it will come out. And so it's July, August, and depends in September how busy I will be, where I will be. Will I start trading again manually in September? Maybe it will be only in October. So that's what I'm saying, because of holiday time for me too. Okay, but I will be making weekly analysis, of course. So if you like the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and happy trading, and I see you next week. Bye everyone.